On today's episode, we're answering the question, no, we're not, because I'm on the wrong damn
Fine.
outline.
Now you just have to you're forced to be strategic. You're not going to go on LinkedIn and connect with every single person that you see. That's just a bad strategy. What you want to do online, before you even get to LinkedIn, many of us, I'm assuming your listeners, go to these they're at these Zoom events. Everything is a virtual event now. So when you sign on, I make it a habit to always I introduce myself through the chat, or I introduce myself verbally if the organizers allow you to do that. But I make it a habit to introduce myself twice, at the beginning and right before I know it's about to end. So I will go back in the chat and say, this was such a wonderful event. I would love to connect with you all on LinkedIn. So now, one, I may not know everyone and what they do, but normally the organizers, the attendees, or the host, or whoever's speaking, they're in that chat as well. We know that people are saving the chats, and they're making connections that way. So you have to actually insert yourself, right? Connect directly to the speakers. This was an amazing, whatever your 15-second pitch is, you have to give them that. And then you have to follow up. That's the other part. Follow up through LinkedIn, which is always great. Sometimes I do it within the event, right? So while I'm in the chat, I'm talking, they see my name, they see Zanade, and then all of a sudden after the event, they go and check their email, and then it's like, Zanade Mann wants to connect with you. Oh, they make the connection. Oh, I saw that name in the chat, and they automatically do it. By the time we end the end the Zoom or whatever organizer's link we're on, I have already researched certain people on the Zoom. That's one of my strategies. Like the speakers, if I didn't know who they were, or some of the participants, I will just go real quick. I mean, it takes a second. Copy, paste, right to LinkedIn. And that's the power of Google too. You just put it in Google, and then LinkedIn usually is indexed first or second one. And then I'm like, oh wow, they work there. Okay, cool. That's on my strategy list. Like, I am going to reach out to this person. I'm saying strategy to you all, but I'm not talking about a 15-page marketing strategy. I'm talking about a sheet of paper, a Post-it, and you literally say, I'm going to connect with this organizer, this participant, and here's my method. I'm going to do it through LinkedIn, but I'm going to reference, because everyone's head is everywhere. I'm going to say, that was a really great point you said on XYZ event, or it was really cool to see you in the chat. Let's connect, right? How can I be helpful? I like what you're doing. Something that personalizes those invites, and that's how I go about it. That's how people can do it. It's very simple.
Now, I have to just say, I love LinkedIn, but I am not on LinkedIn that often. Can I take the same strategy and take it to Facebook or Instagram?
Well, it depends, right? That I will have to say that, but let me tell you why I'm saying LinkedIn. You may not be on it as often, but how often do you actually check it? Is it once a week, once a month?
When I get a message saying I have a message.
Oh, see, that's perfect. So at some point, you are going to get the message. The reason why I'm really driving LinkedIn, and I know there's chatter out there about how the usefulness of LinkedIn because of like spammers and all that stuff. The strategy, here's the bigger strategy. I am creating a funnel for myself. So if for your listeners, a marketing funnel, right, is just how we get a customer, or how we get a connection or something. I'm creating a funnel by sending you a message going directly to LinkedIn. You are going to get that email and say that someone wants to connect with you. Normally, what you should do is make sure that you edit your invitation. Don't just send a blank one. Literally say, I met you here. I heard you say this. How can I be helpful? I believe in your program, your organization, whatever. Find what that is. When they get that message, they will go to LinkedIn. 9 times out of 10, people are going to view your profile. This is the funnel. If whatever reason, your why of why you want to connect with people or a certain person should be evident in your LinkedIn profile. It should be evident 100%. Now, if you have it set up that my goal is to connect with you so I can, get you in my sales funnel and have you buy, I don't know, my ebook or something, you should have all of your LinkedIn profile optimized. So I'm thinking on it as a larger picture, more than I know for a fact you're going to land on my profile page. What is it that I want? What action do I want you to take when you land on my page. And if I have my featured section set up, you're going to be like, wow, she does this, or wow, this is colorful and beautiful, and I want to be involved, or what is she talking about? And you're just going to want to get into my ecosystem because I set it up for you that way. And it has not failed me yet. I've had some people not answer my thing, but that I don't consider that failure, right? Failure to me would be someone responding, "Don't you dare spam me," and whatever, right? Then I would be like, "Ooh, that hurts a little bit." But setting it up that way, my goal is to transfer this 1 second or 2 second connection by someone looking at your profile and going, "Okay, approve." I want you to really get there and see my story, or see what I'm selling, see what I'm offering, see who I am, to where you are interested in following up back with me. And it always has. Now, okay, I don't want to say always. 9 times out of 10, it happens. And they say, "Oh, this is really great. What are you into? Like, what do you do?" Right? And then all of a sudden, now you are developing a relationship with this person on LinkedIn, and then you can take them wherever. It's just, you may say, "I'm not on LinkedIn a lot. I use Facebook." "Oh, I'm on Facebook too. Well, let's connect there. I love Facebook," like whatever. And then you are moving. You're moving them. It's like you are creating the social media experiment almost for everyone that you connect with, because you're like, "Okay, I want this person to go to my Facebook." Set your system up so by the time they get to your page, they will lead to Facebook. Maybe they will lead to Instagram because of your links or whatever you put in your profile.
It's so funny because I do have a very similar strategy on Facebook when they friend request me, because you get those friend requests that they just and you can't on Facebook
That's
edit
right.
the message like you can on LinkedIn. So that's a good reason to use LinkedIn. But I just message them. I say, "Hey, thanks for the friend request. May
Mm-hmm.
I ask what prompted you to reach out or connect or whatever?" And I use the same one on LinkedIn. So if they don't give me a message, I use the same one there to get that conversation started so I can
That's right.
find out like why. And, 8 times out of 10, they want to pitch to me.
Right. Right.
But
Which
all
is
right, let's
listen.
get the pitch over with. Let's get it.
That's right. That's right. And then maybe there's something underneath the pitch. Maybe we can
Right.
actually work together or whatever.
Develop
So
a
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
And I love that you really referred to this whole strategy as a funnel.
Mm,
And because you're right, when you have a funnel, you have a very specific action that you want your people to take
yeah.
when they get to each page. And thinking of your LinkedIn profile as a conversion point, it's kind of a game changer for me. And I think probably for our listeners too. One thing about funnels, though, is you have to have the right traffic to go into them if you want them to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do we make sure that we're meeting the right people? We're attending the right networking events. We're hitting the right Zoom calls online, all of those things, because otherwise it can be a total time suck, right?
So yeah, so here is the opportunity that is in front of us, because of, with all the horrible things in the world going on, the opportunity for most, maybe 98% of companies and brands being virtual because they have to. That's an opportunity for you and I. That's an opportunity for you to see what events they have going on that you can get into. So majority of them that I've seen have been free. There were a couple in 2020 that I think I paid, it's like a couple of $100s, but the women that they had in these Zoom calls and these conferences, it was totally worth it. I think it was with some conference out of Pennsylvania or something like that. But what I say is, you have to actually, here's the work part of it. It is hard. You have to go, if there's a group, whatever, women lead organization, right? You go to their page, very simple stuff. You see if they have any upcoming events. Now, I would do that because my target market, it's women, right? It's women, and I have a even smaller market than that. I go to their pages. I see what events they have on. I go to all of Yale. Yale University has accelerator events, free events with high net worth, high net worth founders, that they just share all of their gems. It's free. I sign up for every single one that they have. And I sit in the room. There are, I don't know, 20, 30 people in there. They have you as a participant, but the speakers are talking. However, the chat is open. So all of the organizers and the speakers can see your message. That's when I go to town. and I'm starting like, this is so great. Wow, can I ask a question? Can I? If there is someone specific in there that I want to connect with. And normally there's someone that said that they will say something. These events are powerful. We are getting the blueprint handed right to us in our homes by a Zoom link, right? So you go in there, you say, oh, wow, this is a founder of an app and this is really cool. You know what? I don't really know that too much, but I'm going to reach out to this person. Maybe or maybe not, they will talk to me. Usually if they're like speaker level, they may not. But you may be able to connect with one of the organizers and say, look, I'm really new to this. This is great, which I have done. That's been my recent, it's not even a strategy, but it's what I'm doing because I want to learn more. And then the organizers in your inbox saying, wow, we have great events. Yeah, come to this one, come to that one. It is an open market right now. And either you should be listening and looking for opportunities, not either, but you should be doing both, right? You're listening and you're looking for these opportunities to jump in spaces that you probably wouldn't be in if we were in person. So if Yale had an event, they would not say, hey, Zanade, here's your link, come join us. And the Fortune 500 founders and stuff. They wouldn't. We have a great opportunity to go in there and decide what we want to come out of this. Whether they connect or not, this is practice. So whenever it doesn't work for me, which is far and few between, but when it doesn't work for me, I use it as practice. Okay, well, maybe I need to say something a little bit more marketable. And really it's a part of targeting. I don't do that for everyone. I don't want to be connected to everyone. Everyone is not in line with my missions and my values or what it is that I do, right? So if you're like anti-women organization or some nonsense, then I don't need to be in your meeting, and I'm not looking to connect. But I am looking to connect with like-minded or even someone new who is in line with what I believe in.
We've talked a lot about why you should build your list, your email list.